Students, my name is Rachna Jain, Associate Professor, Department of English, Government PG College, Rajgarh, Alwar. Today in this video lecture, which is my fourth video lecture, I am going to teach you the character sketch of Marco, another important hero in this story, the guide. So today I am going to teach you the character sketch of Marco, husband of Rosie, the main heroine of the play. Marco is one of those characters who frequently appear in the Narayan's novels. They are odd, eccentric characters who keep away from the mainstream of the human life. And Marco comes to Malgudi with his wife Rosie. Raju alone realizes that he is his permanent customer. He is dressed like a spaceman. We don't know his real name in the story, but Raju calls him Marco, for he looks like a eternal tourist. Devoted archaeologist. Marco and Rosie are not able to pull on together, for in his zeal for and his devotion to his archaeological studies, he takes no interest in his young and fascinating wife. Raju thinks of Marco in relation to Rosie as a monkey picking up a rose garland. He is unable to understand Marco's deep interest in ancient relics and dead and decaying things. These dead and decaying things seemed to unloosen his tongue and fire his imagination rather than the things that lived and moved and scattering their lives. Raju is bored with Marco's ruin collecting activities. Rosie too does not like to see the cold old stone walls. She finds that her wealthy husband is more interested in books, papers, paintings, and old other things rather than in being a real life husband. When Marco decides to stay on to explore the cave painting more fully, Raju takes the charge of Rosie and soon becomes his ardent lover. Analyzing the causes of Marco's failure with Rosie, Raju says Marco was just unpractical, an absolutely helpless person. All that he could do was to copy ancient things and write about them. Perhaps he married out of a desire to have someone to care for his practical life, but unfortunately his choice was wrong. Raju, his neglect of Rosie. Rosie would have greatly benefited by a husband who could care her for her career, but it was not so. Indeed, Raju Rosie relationship becomes acceptable because of the neglect. Rosie suffers at the hands of her husband. The husband was interested in sculptured figures, a wall, and stones in caves, but not in his wife, who, as a dancer, was the living embodiment of these images. It is, it is this that confess she confessed to Raju. I could have preferred any kind of mother-in-law if it had meant a one real live husband. His harshness to Rosie. Rosie's confession of her identity comes to Marco as a shock. He cannot understand how a wife can be unfaithful to her husband and can still uh, be in love with him. To Rosie's passionate appeal, I want to be with you. I want you to forget everything. I want you to forget everything and every me and even me. Marco replies, yes, I am trying to forget even the earlier fact that I ever took a wife. I want to go out from here too, but I want to complete my work and I am here for that. You are free to go and do what you pleasure. Marco asked the porter to remove Rosie's bags from compartment as he has bought no ticket for her and has nothing to do with her. His eccentricity. Marco is an eccentric and his eccentricity has been brought out in various ways. Stern, self centered, and self religious. He thinks that he has acquired his wife body and soul and thinks his rights over his property are unlimited. Dancing is to him as so many orthodox men and women of the old school and and another name for prostitution. So he doesn't like the dancing quality of Rosie at all. His presence. Marco leaves for Madras, but even though he is not physically there, he seems to be an ominous presence. Rosie never forgets him. She cuts his picture from the illustrated weekly newspaper magazine, has it framed, and keeps it on the table. She thinks, after all, he is my husband. She is grateful to him because he let her go, while another man would have throttled his wife under such circumstances. Such incidents and sentiments induce in Raju a feeling of insecurity. He is afraid that she would desert him and go back to her husband. So, first he hides from her the book written by Marco, and then secondly forges her signature to that way get the ornaments without her being aware of her husband's generosity. But the forgery of Raju uh, leads him in jail. In this way, Marco has his revenge on the reducer of his wife. Raju as a liberal man. Marco as a liberal man. Marco was a liberal man. He gave her all freedom and never distrusted Rosie. He He gave all freedom to Rosie in arranging his tour, and he also paid Raju honestly handsome money. The publication of his book brought him eminence, fame, and popularity as a great scholar. He did not believe in caste. He married a dancing girl uh, to a lower family. He chose to marry Rosie to look after his physical life. He married Rosie because she was beautiful and educated, but Marco um, packed her wife in his home. Marco is a grateful man. In his book, he showed his all gratefulness to Raju, which raised the status of Raju. He sent jewelry to Rosie, although he knew that Rosie was not going to stay with him, but he was against his misdeeds. When he came to know that Raju had forged the signature of Rosie, he he filed a suit against Raju and got him punished. Marco, however, was very honest and sincere. He was a true scholar. He got eminence by getting a reputation as a scholar after the publication of his book on caves. But as well as he was very eccentric by nature, he is, although a liberal man and a grateful person, but he is a heartless person. He harshly treats Rosie. Although he is a very good archaeologist, but as a husband, his role is not very beautiful. In this video, I have discussed with you the character sketch of Marco. In the next video, I will discuss with you the character sketch of Rosie. Thank you for listening my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.